Y'all, let's have a conversation.
A conversation.
For the sake of saving everybody's time, I'm just going to announce what I'm going to announce.
I am
and
want to
talk about what I need from you guys specifically and all that. And then if you have the interest and you have the time, I would really appreciate it if you heard me out as to why I'm actually making these changes. For the foreseeable future, every single video that is going to be uploaded on this channel from now on is going to be a highly edited, highly scripted, 25+ minute long form video that I'm just going to put a shit ton of effort into, frankly. For those of you who remember
Quality
deep dives, it will be videos similar to those. You'll be getting these videos at least on average once per week, ranging from a variety of topics that ideally...
Shout out to Baby Back Kid for the Prime sub, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to everyone subbing right now, man. Appreciate it.
Will be pretty thought-provoking and not surface level. So the video that's going to be dropping after this one tomorrow on Friday is going to be a 40-minute long deconstruction of the death of positions in the NBA, really. Damn. How position.
I think he did have this era for a minute, and I think he stopped. I think it was back... I swear to God, he was in a flow a while ago where he was uploading like less. And this shit, I think it was right around like this era, low key. I forgot when it started. But yeah, he did already go through an era where he like slowed down and went the quality route. And then he went back to doing more frequent videos. And I think what he's saying right now is he's going back to, more quality videos.
Have evolved, as well as what position I think is the next to see significant fundamental change. It's a video that I'm very proud of, and I'm hoping to be regularly proud of the content that I'm putting out here. So in terms of what I need from you guys, I'm really just asking for one, I guess, two things. When the video comes out, when you can, ideally as soon as you see it, but I get it's a long video and you have your own lives, but when you can, click on the video and watch it and give the video a like. I would also appreciate your feedback, as it is a thought-provoking video and one that I put a lot of time in, and I love hearing your comments on things like that. But just for the sake of this change of direction going well, YouTube's algorithm will like it if you guys click on the video and you like the video. And because we're only going to be getting these large, more abstract topics over on this channel, that also means the type of videos that I have been uploading here for the past couple of years, those subjects are more so going to be over on my second channel now. So the other thing that I would ask is, if you are not subscribed to my second channel, go do that and check out those videos, because
I think that's actually perfect, because he does have two channels, two channels with over 100K. Not a lot of people can fucking say that. But like, as a viewer myself, I was getting confused with like what the difference is between the two channels. I don't know. Like there was just too much overlap between the two channels. So I think he's definitely doing the right thing. Just at least separating and distincting what the difference is between the two channels. One's going to be higher quality shit that takes a long amount of time, and the other one's going to be clips and things of that nature. It's kind of like the setup that I got with BSOLZ and Sage and like my personal channel. Like, the more high quality edits, the more high quality reactions are going to go on BSOLZ and Sage. But the shit that, isn't as evergreen, only got a 3-day lifespan, things of that sort will go on this channel. So, W strategy.
You're going to be getting even higher quality content over there as well. So that's the announcement. You can leave now if you want, but I would really appreciate it if you would listen to me as to why all this is happening. Why am I doing this? Well, to put it simply, it's something that I have wanted to do for a very, very, very long time. But for a variety of reasons that I'll get into, it just has not happened. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm not very happy with the quality of content that has been uploaded on this channel over the past 2 years or so. I've not been happy with myself as a content creator, or just in general, for quite a while. Now, why has this happened? Why has my life been like this the past few years? Well, pretty much just clinical depression paired with a pretty heavy addiction. I would say that the quality of my content started to decline a little bit less than 2 years ago. And the big event that happened about then was I moved out of my parents' place and lived on my own for the first time. I was lucky enough through fall and winter of 2020 because an election cycle was happening that year and my channel was
Black, chill, bro. Chill. Is he addicted to porn? Chill, bro. Chill. There was a period in time where Rusty was getting hella freaky on the timeline. I do remember that vividly. I don't think he's on that timeline anymore, though.
Blowing up to make enough money for a down payment on a house, which is an absolute blessing to be sure. Right. So I strongly pushed to make that happen, and eventually it did. But actually getting this house meant that I lived 45 minutes away from my family that I'm very close with and live nowhere near anybody that I knew otherwise, and the area I was in did not have people around my own age. It was a very, very isolating environment to be in.
Yeah, that's why when I'm gonna get a house next year, I'm staying in the city. Now I don't understand Worcester is in Boston, definitely not Atlanta. Omar, if you're watching this, I understand that. Like I essentially right now I have two options: either to live in Worcester or live essentially where I used to live, where it was like the suburbs of Worcester. And the reason why I want to stay in the city is for the same reason, dog. Like, once you go out into the suburbs, especially if you buy a house, bro, a lot of those dudes are family, people with families, people that are 30, 40 years old. If I live in the city, there's a lot more to do here, and there's people our age in the city, which I do think is important. I do think it's important, especially for young people, to be in an environment around young people. It just gets lonely, especially post-pandemic. I think a lot of people in their 20s should be striving towards more social interaction. That's one of my goals next year, is to definitely be more socially engaging with other people. Like on the playback stream the other day, I was like, yo, I'm traveling like crazy next year. Doesn't even have to be for business purposes. Like I just want to go out more. Even locally, just, go to more events. I might sign up for like a class or something just to meet new people. It's important, bro, because if you just spend all of your time in a house, regardless of how big it is or how nice your house is, I think, especially again when you're in your 20s, you're gonna want to yearn for human interaction. So it's a good move right there, man.
As a result of this, I fell in the deepest depression of my entire life, which is something I've struggled with at times, but this one was particularly bad. And for those of you who have depression, maybe because everyone's experience differs, but at least for me, it eventually creeps into every aspect of your life and just makes literally everything worse. I'm worse physically because of it. I'm worse socially because of it. I don't pursue my passions in my free time because of it. And my content got so much worse because of it. Rudy can certainly attest that the content has gotten lazy and rushed. He's certainly tried his best to make the videos good, but I would make them super short-sighted, make them with the intent of just getting them out super fast. I would regularly tell him I don't care about the quality, just get the video out, which is absolutely asinine, frankly. I was also, and I guess I still am, pretty heavily addicted to weed. Now, I understand, there's people who don't think it's addictive, and maybe there's science behind it not being as addictive as other things are, but at least in my personal experience, it absolutely is.
From my personal experience, it was also addictive. Y'all don't know 2018 Souls, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about Freshman Souls. Damo does, if he's in the chat. Yeah, I used to do the weeds. All right. It definitely was addicting. All right. I definitely did used to use that za. Right. But yeah, no, it's addicting, bro. I don't care what people say. It's addicting. That's why I stopped. And what made me stop was essentially my girl gave me an ultimatum, like, yo. Well, she didn't, because we started dating and she knew I was smoking, but she was like, yo, I really don't fuck with you smoking weed. Can you stop? And I chose love, right? I chose love. I chose love. So, yeah, I literally threw everything in the trash and just moved on. But also on top of that, I personally think that it really did accelerate my weight gain. Munchies are serious, man. I ain't gonna lie. Munchies are serious. And when you're in college and no one is holding you accountable and DoorDash is one fucking app away, and you live in a walkable environment so you can just go to 7-Eleven in like 5 minutes, Munchies, hey, shout out to Davo's Calzone, right? Shout out to Tilly's. Shout out to Tilly's cheesesteaks. You know what I'm saying? It gets bad. It gets bad. Also, the only semester in college where I was skipping classes like crazy and I probably had my worst academic semester of my life was when I was smoking weed like heavy. So yeah, it did make me lazier. It did make me more lethargic. Shout out to Persian for the 100 bits.
Live with them, but just know it sounds like 10 dudes climaxing at the same time. That's all.
Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't good for me. And also, like, my parents never knew until recently that I've even ever smoked weed. So there was that like, I don't know about anxiety, but like every time I would come home, I would bring all this shit. You know, I wanted to have a good, transparent relationship with my parents, but at the time I knew, like, yo, if they knew, they would kill me. They would fucking kill me. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought it'd be better if I just laid off of it. And it's an expensive habit, dog. Smoking weed is an expensive fucking habit. I don't know how people do it regularly. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending, I just don't know the right people. You know what I'm saying? But when I was smoking weed, it was primarily through the carts. And I would run through a cart in like a week and a half. And my plug was selling it for like $35-$40. So that's like $80 a month. And then some real college shit. You know you had the fiends around you too, right? You know you had the fiends. Yo, can I get a hit? Can I get a rip? Type of dudes that would speed up the process even more. You know, I spent like $200 a month on like vaping and weed, man. It was bad, man. That's all I gotta say, man. It was bad for me. Those are all the reasons why I stopped smoking weed. It was just it got expensive, man. It got expensive.
I spent most of 2022
I used to vape,
most
man.
of 2023.
Shout out to the Soren, man.
I was not sober for more than 30% of it. I would wake up and smoke and do that throughout the day and smoke right before I went to bed. As a result, I existed in basically a borderline zombified state where, you know, the dopamine of the weed was keeping me from being too concerned about the areas I was failing in life, and also holding me back from going further.
Look at Toyota Hellcat. The Soren days are different. They were different, man. When I was doing it, Juul was still taking over the scene. I know they got Go Puffs now and shit like that, but when Prime Juul was different, man. I ain't gonna lie. Let me stop reminiscing about my vape days, bro. This is getting nasty. Hey, this is getting nasty. Let's get back on track, man. Let's get back on track. God.
And also holding me back from going further. It definitely made me lazy. And being in that zombified state, I began to lose all my passion, especially for basketball and for content creation. And from there, I just made content purely to keep the ship afloat. As a result, everything suffered in terms of what I was putting out there for you guys. It hurt me in every aspect of my life, but the content is at least where it's most obvious, most literally tangible. I spent so much time just trying to stay afloat, like technically I'm paying my bills, therefore I'm doing a good enough job. but the fact that I was viewing it that way made it pretty evident that the passion was gone. This used to be an area of passion for me. You know, I'm an artistic guy. I like expressing ideas. I like editing. I like making things look and feel fun in the videos, which is kind of what the idea of the deep dives were. But
this sounds like me pre-SNS pivot, bruh. Like that ass, everything he's saying sounds like pre-SNS pivot. And mind you, even back then, I wasn't in a position of doing this full time. I was definitely trying my best to make it to full-time status, but I was losing a lot of love for the game, bro. Dead ass. I was losing a lot of love for the game. Me talking about basketball just felt like an obligation. It felt like a job. And it reflected on the content. You know what I'm saying? Everything was about views. Everything was about what would make a banger video. And it just made YouTube, and inherently, because of the content that I made, NBA basketball just unbearable. It just made it unbearable. The numbers weren't making sense. I was getting hella imposter syndrome from my peers that were growing, and you know, it felt like I wasn't. So I definitely sympathize with what Rusty's feeling right now. And also from a financial perspective, and this is why I really didn't like it when Burrow on Twitter wanted to call out Rusty for using the Minnesota Timberwolves in a negative light to pay his bills, is because, again, not every single content creator, and y'all have certain perceptions about me, but I still don't have fuck you money. You know what I'm saying? I still need to maintain a level of performance every single month to pay the bills and live a comfortable lifestyle. This is still a volatile industry, but there is this growing class of people within this creator shit that don't have fuck you money. They're not millionaires. They can't just take 2, 3, 4 week breaks. They got to continuously grind. You know, but they still need to put out content consistently to pay the bills. And I think that's exactly where Rusty is right now. He can't just spend 3 weeks on a video. He just can't. It would be a risk, because what if he spends that 3 weeks and it becomes a 10 out of 10? And now you just spent 3 weeks on nothing. That happens all the time. I think more recently within our inner circle, Sage was telling me about his Vegeta video. He spent a lot of fucking time on that Vegeta video, hoping that, hey, it was just a 10 out of 10 right now. Maybe it'll grow to 100K along the line. And if you look at that Vegeta video right now, and hopefully, you know, it grows over time, but that was a lot of effort, a lot of time and resources spent on a video that did not reach 100K. And I know that pisses Sage off based off of how I know him, because he had high expectations for that video. So all I'm saying is not too much on middle class content creators, essentially. Not too much on middle class content creators. It's a very unique pocket within this creator shit that I think a lot of people do not get and don't even know exists. A lot of y'all think once people get 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, they can just do whatever the fuck they want. Not the case whatsoever. Not the case whatsoever. So, what does Black say in the chat? I seen that. The side of my eye. What's going on, bruh?
But over the years of being super isolated, super depressed, and I guess super stoned all the time, I just completely lost my mind and lost track of everything and lost sight of what I was even doing on YouTube to begin with. But about 2 months ago, I kind of had a mental breakdown.
That's crazy.
And decided that I needed to make some big changes in my life. So much so that I probably rushed those changes, and it's been...
You were addicted to cheating. My bad. I'll rewind it, because that's... You were addicted to cheating? What? How? Oh, it was the adrenaline, huh? It was the adrenaline of, she's not gonna catch me today. No, that's crazy. Another day, another dollar, right? Another day I survive in these streets. Another day she doesn't know. How long can I pull this off? Come on, dog. What's going on, man? What's going on? More and more every single day, women look right, man. Men ain't shit. Men really aren't shit, man. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
A little stressful as a result of that, and I unfortunately asked a little bit too much out of the people in my life to help me.
All right, let's rewind it. Let's rewind it, because that what he said was serious. My bad. Women ain't shit too. All right, here come Andrew Tate. Here come Andrew Tate. You ever fucked your girl's friend and watch them hug each other? Hug right after? Oh, no, that's crazy. Was that your adrenaline rush? No, you're a nasty guy, bro. No, you're a nasty guy. You're a nasty guy, bro. You're a Jeez. All right, let's
super depressed and I guess super stoned all the time. I just completely lost my mind and lost track of everything and lost sight of what I was even doing on YouTube to begin with. But about 2 months ago, I kind of had a mental breakdown and decided that I needed to make some big changes in my life. So much so that I probably rushed those changes, and it's been a little stressful as a result of that. And I unfortunately asked a little bit too much out of the people in my life to help me get here. But I have moved from that house that was super isolating. I moved.
That did surprise me. Yeah, I mean, y'all saw it on stream. Like he said, when we did the drinking game live on twitch.tv/BSOLZ, he was like, yeah, I don't live in NT anymore. I'm like, oh shit, damn. So you sold the house type shit. So
from out in the sticks, surrounded by people in their 40s, to living in the same city as my editor, channel manager, whatever I would define him as, Rudy. Now, I describe Rudy as the editor of this channel, but that's honestly just the easy way to say it. Otherwise, it's been less an employer-employee relationship and more of a partnership. He definitely has a lot of influence on how things go around here, and being in the physical space with him has allowed me to do work so much better. Having him literally 10 minutes down the road rather than in an entirely different state, it has made our working relationship better and kind of just allowed me to wake up and snap out of the state that I was in. I both have Rudy here as a friend because he's pretty much my best friend.
Rudy. If y'all don't know, Rudy used to work for Let's Keep It a Buck, man. Rudy used to be our primary editor. We used to consult him on a bunch of content shit. Rudy's a good guy, man. Shout out to Big Rudy.
So that just means that I have
that was early on. That
nearby,
was early
which
on,
makes a world of difference. I'm living in a populated area.
Y'all fired Rudy. You don't work with us anymore, right? Come on, man. Come on, Nolan. Come on, man. Come on.
With a bunch of people around my age, so I'm actually getting out and talking to people, which seems like a miracle to me. I've even gotten a few dates, which especially feels like a miracle by comparison to where I used to live. But then I also have Rudy nearby as a coworker and as someone to keep me accountable. Since I've moved here, I've had a way, way better state of mind. I've found way more passion for the NBA and content creation in general. And I'm just overall actually enjoying and experiencing life again rather than just watching it go by in a vegetated state. I am much better now, and I think because of these changes, I will continue to be much better. And now that that's the case, I am ready to make some kick-ass content for you guys. People have been asking for deep dives all the time for the past couple of years, and while I will not necessarily label these videos as deep dives, they're definitely going to be in a similar vein in terms of...
I think, too, what happened with Rusty was a case of... And what happened to me as well back in the day was... You prioritize the other shit outside of the content when the content was the one driving the whole business. You know what I'm saying? We've said it on the pod. Adam Silver said it on the JJ Redick pod lately. Mr. Beast has said it as well in other podcasts that he's been on. everyone wants to focus on everything else around content creation, aside from just making better videos. When in actuality, what gets you to wherever you want to be is just making better videos. Like your business, this is the product of your business, and you are focusing on everything else outside of the product of your business. You know what I'm saying? What's the best title? What's the best? Like at some point, you got to get in this flow state, in my opinion, of just, and you got to take risks as well. Of you got to do the videos that are fun for you. You got to do the videos that are fun for you. Now, when you're in a position of a guy like Rusty, you do have to, you know, outweigh the pros and the cons. You can't just put out a vlog out there because that shit is gonna it's just gonna flop. But yeah, I think he got into this rabbit hole, and rightfully so, because again, this is his bill payer. This is what keeps the lights on at night. Of, hey man, we just gotta pump out videos. We just gotta do what we gotta do because we gotta live another day, and that's tough right there. That's tough right there. But I think the changes that he's making right now, I think they're in the right direction though.
Quality and trying to be thought-provoking. I know that I am capable of making very high-quality content in this space. Call it ego if you want, but I think I can and am capable of making some of the best videos on NBA YouTube.
Which he is.
I just have not been in the headspace to make those videos for a very, very, very long time. But I am in that headspace now. I have the circumstances around me to succeed, and I am more motivated than ever to do so. And I hope you guys will all appreciate it, because you guys were also a big part of this whole thing. See, during the Summer League of this year, I had the privilege of going to the Through the Wire show. It was
I should have went, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If there was a missed event this year that I should have went to, it was that. I should have went to Vegas for the Summer League. Bro, I didn't know it was gonna be like a fucking NBA YouTube meetup, bro. I didn't know. Fuck. But apparently there was a whole convention there. Obviously Through the Wire went. A bunch of dudes went. Click went. Dom2K went. Rusty went. I think like 3 Cone and them went. Like, bro, I didn't know what was up. I probably should have went, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Live podcast show while they were in Vegas. And you guys probably know who Through the Wire is. There is quite a lot of audience overlap there. That's kind of the point of this story. I unfortunately didn't get to spend as much time with the Through the Wire guys as I would have liked to, but on the positive end, I at least got to meet a ton of you guys. So many of y'all came up to me after the show. Now, I had met subscribers in one-on-one settings beforehand a couple of dozen times, probably met like 30 people who were subscribed to my channel before this, but I met like 30 plus in this one instance. Suddenly, I was surrounded by people who were telling me they enjoyed my content, telling me they appreciated what I did, some even saying they were inspired by it. And I got a little choked up about it. I even gave some... Bro,
because it's a surreal experience, man. I think the first time I experienced that was at DreamCon, bro. That was the most amount of people in a concentrated area where people knew who I was. And it just really, like, it really humbles you and puts into perspective the numbers that you're looking at. Because, again, when you get into this rabbit hole and when you get into the state, and especially for the standards that Rusty needs to maintain his lifestyle, 30K is bad, right? 30K is bad. 30K is a 10 out of 10. 30K is a bad video. But then you really put into perspective, yo, 30,000 people watch my video on the low end. On the high end, it can get up to hundreds of thousands of views. I think even right now, I know even right now, the amount of people watching the stream, and I don't have it up right now. There's 215 on YouTube. There's 106 on Twitch. Like sometimes I even get into this mode of like, damn, there's only 50 motherfuckers in the stream. Damn, there's only 100 on YouTube. Bro, put 150 people in a room right now. Like, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So when you put faces to names it really does humble you and changes your outlook on the content shit in a very good way. Because it gets very easy to just get into this rabbit hole if you're just looking at numbers. But no, you're looking at people. You're looking at fucking people that enjoy your content. I've had a bunch of DMs of people telling me that our content, even though as trivial as it is, has helped them through rough times. Both in Let's Keep It a Buck and even on Souls and Sage and even on my personal shit. I think I got one like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's good for him, man. Because I think with the way Rusty makes content, because he doesn't live stream, and I think he's just getting back into the podcasting shit. And I don't think he has like a big Discord community. The way he interacts with his community is just essentially the comment section, from my understanding. And he's met a couple of creators throughout the way, and I would assume he knows a couple of his viewers. On a first or online name basis of some sort. But for the most part, that's how he interacts with his viewers. Hopefully him live streaming his podcast, though, does help. And shout out to Tito El Bandito on YouTube for the $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you.
Signatures, which felt real weird because I don't feel like a celebrity even a little bit. But, you know, it was nice that they asked at least.
This has been the hardest year of my life, and your content has genuinely been such a light to me. Appreciate you so, man. Appreciate you, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think Discord is essential for some of these YouTubers to connect with their fan base? Essential is a strong word. Essential is a strong word. I wouldn't say essential because obviously Rusty has gone throughout this whole time not having a strong Discord community. Again, from my knowledge, maybe there's a fucking Discord. Yeah, at least from my knowledge, he doesn't have a Discord. I want to say essential, but I do think it benefits you a lot to spend more time with your community on a non-comment like basis. You know what I'm saying? There's certain conversations, there's a certain connection that you just have with your community when you spend time with them on a live stream, in a Discord call. It could even be a Twitter group chat. Because for the big Let's Keep It a Buckers in the building, the OG Let's Keep It a Buckers in the building, y'all would know about that original Twitter group chat that peaked at 75 people. And the community that we built in a small-ass group chat like that was crazy. Spaghettini, I didn't even remember you in that group chat. But yeah, like a small group chat like that is crazy. How tight-knit the community we built in that small-ass group chat was crazy. And again, it just put names to faces, and it makes the whole experience fun. But I think Rusty was in an environment where it was just, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. There was a lot of love lost in this game, and I think the game requires you to be passionate to some sort of degree, especially with how we're doing it, because this is not some automated channel type shit. There's a face to this brand. This is not just, with all due respect, Rebound. There is a face to this brand. There is a person in front of this camera. You know what I'm saying? You are trying to make a career off of this. You're not just trying to make a channel, a successful channel. I think there's a big difference between those two. You look like Tyler Hero. What? What's the Discord for Let's Keep It a Buck? Actually, I'll plug that shit right now because it is free this month. Oh my God, I was in NSFW. Thank God I switched scenes. Holy shit. It was from Roulette today. Relax. I wasn't just in there for fun. All right, I'll post that shit on Twitch right now, and then on YouTube right now. Shit's free. Shit's free this month, so join that shit right now, man. Join that shit right now. Almost got GG. Definitely. Absolutely. All right, let's finish the video.
Least, but I felt just this crazy feeling when I left it, because as the years have gone on, I have turned my viewers just into numbers in my head, because it's just easier to understand you that way. Easier to let the quality slip if I just view you guys as a number rather than a person who's disappointed that quality is slipping. But this was a pretty life-changing experience, and it really opened my eyes to the people that are watching this content. And for the people, for you, I want to make good shit. not just
I do have a command, but I
achieve
think
a
the link is
number
expired,
in the
so.
view counter. So, yeah, with that said, that's pretty much it. Please click on that video when it comes through. Please give it a like. Please let me know what you think of it. And
Shelvin Mac.
yeah,
What?
that's all I'm asking. I'm hoping that I can kind of earn your guys' trust again and make a level of content that can make you guys proud of what I'm doing. I'm definitely proud of what we've been doing lately, and I'm really looking forward to feeling that pride again regularly. But with that said, that is it. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a really big video.
Hey man, shout out to Big Rusty for the video. I do want to give my advice to his channel from the outside looking in. Give him a calm little social packet. And all of these are just suggestions. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever the fuck you want. For me, this is just my theory going into 2024. And I already said it going into this year. I think we are going into a state of extremes with social media. I think people either want really short videos or really long videos. I think people either want quantity to an extreme or quality to an extreme. You know what I'm saying? I think the video essay channels that are still doing fantastic to this day, they make 40, 50, 2-hour bangers that can legitimately, you can see that just from the outside looking in and say, yo, this is worth 3 weeks of break time from this video to the next. And vice versa, the channels who don't have that much quality are really killing it because they have the quantity to back it up and stack up the numbers on the back end. Like my channel right now, the Clips channel, that's exactly what that is. You know what I'm saying? The quality of the videos is not high. It's not high at all. But because of the fact that I'm consistently uploading every single day, once or twice a day, now I've built a brand on that channel where people are fine with the hit to the quality because that's just what it is. That's what it's made for. You know what I'm saying? For Rusty, and I said the same thing with DKM, and shout out to DKM. I think to be more specific with the NBA community, I personally think that the 8 to 13 minute video is dead. I personally feel like the 8 to 13 minute video is dead, and it's not beneficial for a lot of YouTubers to operate around that. The 8 to 13 minute video where you upload like once a week type of shit. I personally think, again, YouTube and a lot of social media platforms are just going into extremes because DKM fell under that boat. And we chatted privately about this too. We had a consultation. My biggest thing for him was, number one, I think you've niched down too extremely, talking about the Charlotte Hornets and the Ball brothers. And number two, you're releasing videos that are so volatile and like don't have a long shelf life, but you're uploading not as frequently as you should be with the quality of these videos. Because if he was able to get off these videos 2 to 3 times a day, I'm fine with him making these videos. But that's not the case. Like the content just was too extreme for you to do that. It just logistically didn't make sense. But when he started slowing it down and spent more time on every single video, and every single video went from 12 to 13 to, okay, now let's spend 16 on this video. Now let's spend 27 on this video. Now let's spend 17, 19, 16, 20, 24, 22, 22, 38, 13, 14. And even this one is actually doing relatively bad for his channel. But y'all get the point. For the most part, his channel has been a success. Now it's actually performing well.
Ken from Opera. Hear the people.
Oh, yeah. Let me mod you right now. Shout out to Ken, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's long overdue. It's long overdue. Big Ken. Big Ken in the building. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Why did... I thought I copy-pasted. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Ken Master 417. All right. Mud Ken Master 417. Boom. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Big Ken in the building. There's nothing in that water bottle. But yeah, I think it really worked for DKM, and I think Rusty should, in my opinion, go in this direction. If he wants these videos in his next pivot to perform the best that they can. Don't even limit yourself to, oh, I need to upload one video a week. No, you spend your time on how much time you need to on that next video. Make sure it's worth the wait. Make sure it's worth the wait. Make sure that every single video is truly, and I mean truly, a banger. And I think the results will, you know what I'm saying, show itself. Now, logistically speaking, I understand, Rusty, you got bills to pay, dog, right? You got bills to pay. You were pretty transparent about that in your video right here. Expecting 3 to 4 videos to carry you through the month post-tax in terms of providing the lifestyle that you have is a very big risk. And that's why I feel like this is a perfect opportunity. And this is what you look like you're about to do. I think this is when you double down on the second channel. This is when you double down on the second channel. I think on this channel, you should be uploading once a day. Once a day. Just get some shit off, dog. Doesn't have to be high quality because people already know it's your second channel. I would even argue you should live stream. We hinted at it when you were on Souls and Sage. I think you should live stream. The ability to make money while you record and then chop it up for videos. Shit's broken. I ain't gonna lie. Shit is broken. But if you don't want to do the live streaming shit, that's just not your bag. It's cool. It's fine. I do think it would be beneficial for you to find a way to upload once a day. Whether it's a crazy take that you saw on the timeline that you just want to rant about for 10 minutes, whether it's a crazy game that just happened last night that you want to recap, whether you want to react to hot takes, whatever it is, just find a way to get a video up every single day. Every single day. Ideally, twice a day. Right? Ideally, twice a day. And I think what you will see will happen, and I think you've already seen it in certain months on this channel, is yes, every single video is not getting you 50K. Every single video is capping off at 25K, right? But if you get 25,000 views a day, multiply that by 7, that's 175,000 views a week. 170, like, imagine how hard you would have to work, chat, to get 175,000 views on one video. I think deadass for certain creators, and I think Rusty is one of them, I'm one of them, it's much easier for me to get to 175,000 views uploading 30K views a week than trying to spend all this time on one video to get 175K. You know what I'm saying? Twice a day is so crazy that would stress me out. Hey, listen, I think, hey, shout out to Raise in chat. I think what you're doing is fine. I wouldn't do it up for your channel. I think you're taking that quality route just fine. But because this is a second channel, I do think there's different standards and things that he should do. But yeah, I think, yo, I don't even pull 20K per clip, right? And I don't want to show y'all the numbers on the back end, but let me tell you, the numbers on the back end, on the numbers that I do pull, is good, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's cool. It's cool. On top of everything that I do, shit's cool. Shit's cool, man. Shit's cool. I think that's what Rusty should do. And if he for the shoot around pod, if he's gonna consistently do that, I think this deserves its own channel. If you're gonna consistently do this, I think this deserves its own channel. With its own strategy. Y'all should be clipping up everything, making shorts, making TikToks, doing all of that while live streaming as well.